All right. So this is going to be my advertisement for Rotary. I joined Rotary initially because I wanted to be around business people who could understand some of the nuances of running my own business, as well as support me and understand what I do, because it's really difficult sometimes to find people in this area who actually know what art therapy is. And also, if they have a face to a therapist, like, that's even better, that they have, this kind of framework, right? Okay. So one of the things that has really kept me involved in the last 3 years is that I can see where the money for our grants are going. We have reassurances that all of the money that we have given to, and donations, by the way, that we have given to any place has actually produced something. We have pictures, we have discussions, we have ongoing letters and correspondence with people who know what's going on with our projects. So let's see, for example, we work both internationally and locally, and nationally too, but so locally for us, and then internationally as well. So things like, there was a grant from our club, as well as I think 2 or 3 other clubs, that and I don't know which country it is, but that they made 7 toilets in a country in Africa. So they found someone who would dig the well. They found someone who would construct the actual, toilets that people could go into, and, obviously go down into the wells, and it would stay out of the water, the drinking water that they have, right? Very important. And let's see, I know that we have a bench in one of the parks, not one of the parks, one of the cemeteries in town. We completely redid a outdoor, jungle gym for the kids, obviously, in our community. We're working on our 100th anniversary gift to the city, and so I know that there's these things going on. One of the people from our club, from the New London Rotary Club, went to Cuba, now that it's open to, tourism. Now that Cuba is open to tourism, a couple of the Rotary members went down, and they brought medical supplies, and donated them to, I guess, either certain or known medical facilities in Cuba. So we know that guaranteed the medical supplies that were brought there were given directly over to a medical center facility, which I think was like a 1-room facility in Cuba. Okay. We've donated, what is that called? Medicine bottles to, I know some company in Africa to put the pills in, because I guess they don't have that, and they don't know when to take their pills. It's a crazy thing. So those, seeing the action that is taken, and so every week we have all sorts of things. So every week, I pay $18 to go and have lunch with my Rotary people, all right, with my Rotary club, and a portion of that money goes back to the restaurant, obviously, for the food, for covering all of that. The rest of it goes to I guess we have a Rotary Foundation. So there's a New London Rotary Foundation, and then there's an International Rotary Foundation. And as I said, Rotary is international. Okay, so there's clubs almost everywhere. So we have money for the New London Rotary Club, and that goes to things in the Rotary, not in the Rotary. projects that the Rotary finds and deems appropriate for us to help. The other thing, so yeah, like there's that. There's so many projects and things that I'm like, well, there's this project and this project and this project and this project and this project. So underneath our Rotary Club, we have not other organizations. We have allotted money in different categories. So in one category, it might be that we're donating money for making sure that that people in need to get turkeys for Thanksgiving, right? There's another one. It's called the Do Good Foundation, or the Do Good Fund, and that's like, oops, someone messed up, so we like need to come in and kind of help them out to pay a bill or something. Or I know we have someone contacted us and we sent a college student, actually I think a high school student, out to let's say Chicago. That we sent him out to Chicago to have an interview because he was a person who we've worked with before, we knew was needy, and that this was this like great opportunity for him. And like once they explained like it's for this and this and this, we were like, well, yeah, send him on his way. Like, we have enough money for this. Good, let's go. So there's all these things that I hope that other millennials hear that they can do in Rotary, and that, that you can help a part of your community. One of the things that we are doing, that one of the other Rotaries in the area is doing is they raised enough money for like plows or something for a farm, and the farm is a nonprofit. Its intention is to like help people or help kids to learn how to farm. Like what better, way to like have, kind of that like crowdfunding, within an organization, right? Like you have an idea and you're like, I don't know how this is going to go. And then like it gets done. So when I first started, right, we talked about having dentists go down to a certain part, I can't remember if it's Africa or somewhere in the Middle East now, and go and help people, like do 2 weeks of just straight like clinical work, looking in people's mouths, and like, and fixing some things. And all of that done in kind, which means they are not being paid for this. This is donated time and services. So in kind. And that we could fund them to have the tickets, have basically most things taken care of, because these are business people who want to see other people do well. They want to see the world do well. They want to help these parts of the world. And we do have famous people. Manny Pacquiao is a member of Rotary. I believe Matt Damon is a member of Rotary. And you might think, oh my gosh, so is this like some Illuminati stuff? Like, am I going to join and like get tapped on the shoulder? And, like, is it going to be like, I'm going to have unseen wealth because, I joined this organization? No. We're not part of the Illuminati. We're not like, like we're not the puppet master or nothing like that. We're just an organization of people who have money and time to like help other people. I know I have a couple of ideas, and once I, move and get really established, I do not mind going to the Rotary meeting and making it clear these are the goals that I want to accomplish, because I know that I can do it in Rotary. And I think that's one of the most empowering things. I mean, it's also that you're around a bunch of people who see you weekly, and they see you for years weekly, and you get to know them, and they get to be, for me, like my parents, and they get to be like these family friends who are like, hey, are you doing well? Like, I just want you to do well. Like, is there any celebration that's going on? Oh, no? well, that's sad to hear, but, we're here to help you. That type of stuff. And, like, that's, again, like, added benefit. But, like, also this added benefit of, like, hey, do you have an idea? Like, let's get some money, from a couple of clubs and see if we can, like, get behind this idea, But first you kind of have to be a member, right? Not that you only exclusively have to be a member in order to, like, spearhead this, but we're not, like, it's not a difficult club to be a part of. You just have to attend weekly sessions of these meetings where, oh my gosh, you have to have dinner or lunch with, people who are, like, amazing. I know when I first started, I just thought it was so cool to be like, I am in a room with a bunch of people who work at banks and a couple of authors, very intelligent people who can, like, oh my God, like, see things, like, clearly that I'm like, oh, yep, I got there eventually, but wow, you got there before I did. Just innately understand things. And the other thing is that, like, they were doing just these wonderful things. Like, I go to lunch almost weekly with a National Geographic photographer. He got paid, I think, last year just to, like, go up to the Arctic and take pictures. And so he has the best sense of humor. So he's like, yeah, so I'm gonna miss a couple of meetings because, National Geographic needs my photography. It's great. I love being a part of this group. I love being a part of Rotary. And I'm definitely gonna miss them as I'm moving. And at that time there was someone who had been he got into finance, but he had been a professional football player. So, here I am, like, all right, I'm just a art therapist. Everyone treated me with respect. And it's just so cool, and, like, sometimes when I get, like, sad or, like, I get frustrated with things, I just, sit back and think, like, I have all these connections to the community because I'm a part of Rotary. And, having those community connections is so important for a lot of people. And I know that when my clients have been through things that I'm, I know that they need a mentor for, I'm like, all right, did you check the Lions Club? Did you check the Kiwanis Club? Did you check Rotary? Join any of these. Go to the lunches, if they offer lunches. They might offer dinners or breakfast. And really get to know some people and really, like, have that connection to the community. Like, it's important, and, they'll respect you and they'll want to learn about you. And I think that's wonderful. All right, so that's my advertisement for Rotary. I am, as I said, a New London Rotary member, soon to be Stamford Rotary member, and I can't wait. All right, thanks so much for watching.